Welcome back to the Tiger Network. Once again, I am Reed Rosales, proud to present to you Game 3 of the SCAC Softball Conference Tournament. You see the lineup of the visiting Trinity Tigers: Jesse Lloyd, Hayden Del Toro, Dawson Debussy, Marina De La Luna, Carson Lee, Abigail Miller, Jordan Williams, Diamond Elizondo, and Angela Baltzl is your starting lineup. For the Tigers, for the Bulldogs, Kaylee Clark, Serena Gonzalez, Madison Johnson, Bailey Hudgens, Lindsay Leal, Reagan Hillis, Isabella Rodriguez, Kirsten Williams, and Annie Kay will be your lineup for the Bulldogs. In the circle for the Bulldogs, however, is a pitcher having the senior season of a lifetime, Ashlyn Strother. A 16-1 record, a 0.53 ERA, 0.63 WHIP, 112 strikeouts, 13 walks, 105 innings pitched. She, in her last outing against Dallas, pitched a perfect game. The first offering to Jesse Lloyd, a 336 batting average you saw on your screen for just a split second. Misses for a ball. And the Tigers have their work cut out for them with Strother, as Strother shut them down in Game 1 in the regular season series. She pitched so well that she didn't even get to face the ninth batter in that Trinity lineup, because at that point the game was so out of hand that the Bulldogs gave the pitching duties to someone else. That one in there for a strike. So 1-2 count for the leadoff hitter, Jesse Lloyd. The Tigers today have won one game against Centenary. They won that game 1-0. That one popped up, and that'll be an easy grab by the third baseman, Reagan Hillis. Jesse Lloyd in that game went 1 for 4. She started the game off with a hit, but went quiet after that. Hayden Del Toro now, 297 batting average coming into this game. A speedy outfielder, stole a base in that game against Centenary. Takes that one for a ball. And Strother is having an amazing season. There's really nothing I can say to put in perspective how well she is pitching right now. That one misses for a ball. But for a single season ERA for Texas Lutheran program history, she is beating the mark she set last season. Last year she tied the record. This year with that 0.53 ERA, she is many ticks ahead of last season's performance. 2-1 count now. She has won the most games as a pitcher or any pitcher that Texas Lutheran has ever had in softball. She is the leader of this pitching staff, which is all very, very powerful, very good. That one fouled back, so a full count now for Hayden Del Toro. She gives any team a hard time. And for Trinity, they're looking to break through the formidable Strother. And they'll start off by having Hayden Del Toro draw a walk. It will be walk number 14 that Strother has issued. I'll bring up Dawson Debussy. Average has dropped a little bit to 393, but she is still a hitting machine. First pitch from Strother. Down the middle for a strike. And Strother just knows how to be a workhorse. She holds many records, not just in Texas Lutheran program history, but in NCAA Division III history as well. And when we're talking about conference history, she is 6th all-time in strikeouts. That one fouled away. She has 458 of them in her career. Currently chasing the previous Trinity pitcher that led Trinity to the national tournament, Erin Mulvey, who has 463 in her career. She could pass her in this game. That one fouled. Sharp liner. Look at the ball. Think it's okay. Just to re-go over that defensive lineup. Below Rodriguez, behind the plate for TLU. Annie Kay at first, Kaylee Clark at second, Reagan Hillis at third, Lindsay Leal at short, Bailey Hudgens in left field, Kirsten Williams in center, and Madison Johnson in right. Swing and a miss, and Debussy will be victim number one for Strother. Victim number one to the strikeout, I should reiterate. She goes down swinging. Marina De La Luna, 268 batting average. Leads the team in home runs with 3, but that will be a pop-up. And an impressive catch by Rodriguez. That'll end the top of the first as Rodriguez just makes the play while leaning on the fence, or the netting really, in the back. Get a good look here. Very impressive play by the catcher. We head to the bottom of the first. Trinity goes down quickly. Stay tuned on the Tiger Network as the top of the lineup for the Bulldogs will enter the batting box. We are back in San Antonio in the circle for the Tigers. Jordan Arce. She pitched against Centenary and shut them out. Coach Martin is hoping for more good performances from Arce. I asked her about Arce's recent performances, and she said she's been pounding the strike zone. Throwing strikes with her kind of stuff and heat is a great recipe to keep us in any game. And she's certainly hoping that Arce is able to keep the Tigers in this one, because a very dangerous lineup started off by Kaylee Clark. 445 batting average. Watches that one go wild for a ball. Kaylee Clark, the freshman out of Montgomery, Texas, has already been a huge success for the Bulldogs. She's hit a home run, 21 RBI. And that's 2 pitches that missed the zone, so 2-0 count now. But Clark, big threat in the batter's box, even bigger threat on the base paths. Which is that one for a strike. Against Trinity, she had a good game 1, but in games 2 and 3, she was pretty quiet. The Bulldogs still swept Trinity. They run-ruled them in game 1. It was just regular losses in game 2 and 3, but Clark lines it to Arce, who makes the catch for the first out of the inning.
Number 2 slot, designated player number 40, Serena Gonzalez.
You can see Arce with the smile. Serena Gonzalez, the SCAC leader in RBI with 51, 441 batting average. She has hit 10 home runs. She holds the rookie home run record for Texas Lutheran with those 10 home runs. And she demolishes that one into right field. But not hit hard enough as Lee over in right brings it in. So 2 quick outs in the bottom of the first. Madison Johnson now will take her first swings at RC this game. Madison Johnson, the junior out of Round Rock, Texas. First pitch from RC. That one missing. Johnson with the .364 batting average, 31 RBI. Another dangerous hitter. One of many in this TLU lineup. The defensive lineup for the Tigers stays much of the same. Miller, Abigail Miller, behind the dish to complete the battery with RC. Jordan Williams at first, Angela Baltzel at second, Jessie Lloyd at third, Marina De La Luna at shortstop, Diamond Elizondo in left, Hayden Del Toro in center, and Carson Lee in right. Another one up the middle, and my goodness, Baltzel may have not gotten the throw off to get Madison Johnson, but that was an impressive stop behind second base. Sliding to her knees once again. She made some really great plays against Centenary, but a good piece of hitting here from Johnson. The TLU team is fast. So even though Baltzel made a nice stop, Bailey Hudgens will still get a chance to drive in Johnson. And Bailey Hudgens, the senior out of Dripping Springs, Texas. Bailey Hudgens, a great player and a great overall person, a coach, according to Coach Wade Wilson, the head coach for the Texas Lutheran Bulldogs. Serving not only her team, but her community as well. Hudgens will try and do good in the cleanup spot. And that is a sharp liner out into right field. And Hudgens will be aboard, as that .364 batting average will only increase. She has 34 RBI on the year as well. Strong hit. So runners on first and second for the Bulldogs. The 5-hole hitter, Lindsay Leal. Another fast player on this TLU team. 351 batting average. The first bunt does not go that well. So a 1 count to start things off for Leal. She has 11 RBI. She's also another dangerous base runner. The Bulldogs ended their regular season with a sweep of Dallas. They only allowed 1 run in that series. Second bunt attempt goes nowhere, so 0-2 count now. They outscored the Crusaders 28-1 in those 3 games. RC had the most success against TLU when the Tigers played the Bulldogs here in San Antonio. Bit of a role reversal this time around, as the Bulldogs are now on the home side of the scoreboard.
Well, we could have on the top.
1-2 count for Lindsay Leal. That one fouled away. So it will remain a 1-2 count. And asking Coach Wilson how important having a bye in this tournament was, he gave me an interesting response. He says that he doesn't like having a bye because it only lets a team with momentum be their first game in the conference tournament. Of course, we have seen a team from the first round win a championship this year in the SCAC, the Shriner Mountaineer men's basketball team winning that tournament as the 5 seed. That one given right to Lloyd, and that will end the first inning. Bulldogs strand 2. We head to the top of the second as we are knotted up here in San Antonio, 0-0. We'll take a quick break on the Tiger Network as Carson Lee, Abigail Miller, and Jordan Williams will be due up in the top of the second. Ashlyn Strother looking to continue her dominance in the second inning. Carson Lee, the first year, will come up and try to get things started for the Tigers, hitting .340 coming into this game. 20 RBI, has 2 home runs on the year, and she really does have some pop in that bat. Maybe more than you might expect. That one's in there for a strike. Carson Lee out of Flower Mound, Texas. Hits that one, and an amazing play by Reagan Hillis to catch that. Wow, that was a sharp liner by Lee. That's a quick first out of the inning. Abigail Miller will come up to the plate now, but that was an impressive catch. We'll see it right here. Look at this. Look how fast Hillis is on the reaction. Wow, that is probably one of the top 5 plays I've seen by an infielder this year here on this field. That is very impressive. Abigail Miller trying to do a bit better. That one's popped up. And another amazing play by Rodriguez as she runs behind home plate to get the second out. And there are very quickly 2 outs in this top of the second. Jordan Williams now, .315 batting average, 20 RBI, 2 home runs. That's a pop-up, and it's just as easy as that when you're Texas Lutheran. They are the number 5 nationally ranked team for a reason. Number 1 seed in this tournament. They completely shut down the Tigers in a 1-2-3 inning. We head to the bottom of the second. Reagan Hillis, Isabella Rodriguez, and Kirsten Williams are due up for the Bulldogs. Stay tuned for them on the Tiger Network. And we are back. Reagan Hillis will start things off for the Bulldogs, hitting .323. on the season, 17 RBI out of Cedar Park, Texas. The Bulldogs stranded 2 last time. We'll see what RC has in store for them this time, as this is certainly an uphill battle for Trinity, even though it is 0-0. But RC puts that one in there for a strike to start Hillis off. Texas Lutheran are the reigning SCAC conference champions. They come in here 35-4. Swing and a miss for Hillis, strike 2. 16 of those victories coming by the run rule. It's about 40% of all the games that they have played have been run rule victories. Coach Wilson in his 12th season with the Bulldogs, ever since they joined the SCAC, as Hillis strikes out there for the first out of the inning. Very impressive handling of Hillis by RC. Every bat on this Bulldog team is dangerous. Bella Rodriguez hitting .322. But this year, the Bulldogs are going for a 9-peat, as that one's sent out into center field. Hayden Del Toro gets the out in center field, as Kirsten Williams, the .471 batting average, 4 RBI. We'll try and prevent this from being a 1-2-3 inning for the Bulldogs. But the Bulldogs have won the last 8 SCAC conference tournaments that have been played. They are going for another one. Next pitch, that one fouled off, so 0-2 count. Ever since they joined the conference back in 2014, they have just won the conference. They've dominated. They've only lost 5 regular season conference games. The last time they've lost a tournament game was to Trinity, but that was quite a while ago. That one misses. 1-2 count. But yeah, they're going for a 9-peat. Last time they lost in this tournament to Trinity was back in 2016. But a 1-2-3 inning for the Tigers. So we're through 2 frames here. We're through 2 innings of play here in San Antonio, and we are scoreless still. We head to the top of the 3rd. Diamond Elizondo, Angela Baltzel, and Jess Lloyd due up for the Tigers in the top of the 3rd. We'll see if they can do any damage after this break on the Tiger Network. The reigning SCAC hitter of the week will go up against the reigning SCAC pitcher of the week. Diamond Elizondo will take on Strother.
Top of the 3rd inning for the Tigers.
424 batting average heading into this one. 7 RBI. Hit a home run against Austin College. And a great weekend that earned her that honor. She has started off with a strike from Strother, who has certainly earned her fair share of accolades. That one misses, so a 1-1 count now. Strother has been the SCAC pitcher of the week 5 times this season, including her most recent one. Elizondo launches that one foul. That one getting tangled up in the trees over there. But another good crowd here for this one. 1-2 count. Strother's pitch misses, so things will even up with a 2-2 count. Elizondo trying to continue her hot streak. 2-2 pitch from Strother. That one grounded over to Leal. That throw is in time. So they get Diamond Elizondo out at first. She cannot leg out the throw, so she will be retired. One out in the top of the third. Angela Baltzel, 278 batting average, but she has made some great defensive plays so far this tournament for the Tigers. She hits that one out into left field, and that'll be taken in by Bailey Hudgens. And that is a tough play out in left field. You see, or you may see their sunglasses on. That's because the sun shines right at you when you're at third base or left field, or really even shortstop for that matter. Jess Lloyd 0 for 1 today. And almost 0 for 2 there, as Hillis almost made another spectacular play over at third. But with the sun setting now for the last game of the day, which will be St. Thomas versus Southwestern, you won't have to deal with that. But that sharp liner over to Kaylee Clark bubbled a little bit, but she gets it over to Annie Kay. So another 1-2-3 inning for the Tigers. Or the Tigers go 1-2-3 in that one. We head to the bottom of the third, still scoreless in San Antonio. Back in San Antonio, the speedy Annie Kay will start things off for the Bulldogs. Annie Kay, the freshman out of Sinton, Texas, transferring in from UT Tyler.
Bottom of the third inning for the Bulldogs, batting ninth, first baseman number 24, Annie Kay.
Jordan Arce looking to keep the Bulldog bats at bay. First pitch to Kay. Swung on and missed. So 0-1 count to start Kay off. 220 batting average, 5 RBI. But a key defensive piece for the Bulldogs. 1-1 count now for Annie Kay, as we have yet to see a run come across the plate here in this game. Next pitch from RC. Swung on and missed. 1-2 count now. And the Bulldogs have been so dominant in conference that they are always the favorite, not only to win the regular season, but this tournament as well. Kay shoots someone out into right field. Carson Lee comes in to get it. Annie Kay will be retired as we head back to the top of the order. And Kaylee Clark looking to get on base. That's where she is really dangerous. Clark 0 for 1 today. Lays down the bunt. And you can just see how fast Clark is, that neither Lloyd or Arce, who have very good throwing arms, they just wanted that one to go foul. It did not, though, so Clark will be on first base. She has 61 steals this season and has never been caught. She is currently chasing now graduated Bulldog great Kelly Jordan's single-season stolen base record. For Serena Gonzalez, 0 for 1 today. Serena Gonzalez, if the season ended right now, which it likely won't for the Bulldogs, she would have the single-season slugging percentage record for Texas Lutheran. And the steal attempt from Clark, the throw, and wow! Kaylee Clark is caught! That has not happened all season, folks. That was a perfect throw from Abigail Miller. Absolutely perfect. Look at that one. And yep, I think they got her. Wow. Well, make that 2 outs in the inning now. That one sharply fouled. I was getting ready to say who she passed on the record sheet, but that was probably the most shocking thing that's happened so far this tournament. So Abigail Miller showing off her arm there. That is why she is behind the dish. I talked to Coach Martin. The Tigers have kind of rotated the catcher position between Miller and Jessie Lloyd for the latter part of the season. And Coach Martin just telling me that Miller has a fantastic arm, and when you see her throwing out the Division III leader in steals, going after the Division III record in steals, I mean, I think that much is clear. 2-2 count for Gonzalez. That one hit out into right center field. That one's pretty deep. And on the warning track, Carson Lee brings in the catch out in right field, but that one was given a ride. Clark was caught stealing, something that has not been written in the scorebook all season as we head to the top of the fourth, still scoreless here in San Antonio. Back in San Antonio, the alliterative part of the lineup due up for the Tigers. Del Toro, Debussy, De La Luna. Hayden Del Toro drew a walk back in the first. Strother has not allowed a single hit so far.
The fourth inning, batting second, center fielder number 1, Hayden Del Toro.
That one fouled off. Tigers have no hits on the game so far. Del Toro is the only one who has reached base. Next pitch from Strother. I went in there for a strike, hitting the corner of the zone. So quick 0-2 count for Del Toro. Strother making sure it's not a repeat of last time. That one outside the zone. 1-2 count. And Strother, 1-2 pitch, too low. And Strother is a pitcher that likes to paint the corners and kills you with her accuracy. As you see, as she's pitching, she's not going to blow anybody away. But it's her control that is really the shining part of her repertoire. Debussy on deck for the Tigers. 2-2 count now. Strother's next pitch. Low. Del Toro checks the swing, so a full count for Del Toro. Working her way from an 0-2 count to a full count. We'll see if she works her way all the way back to another trip to first base. Fouls that one back. So run that one back again. As Strother trying to continue her dominance. She's thrown 30 pitches so far, so she's been extremely efficient. That one grounded over to third base, but foul. So the first year, Del Toro giving Strother the most troubles that she has faced against this Tiger lineup. That one's a pop fly that is collected by Clark. So Strother will win that bout. That'll be the first out of the top of the fourth. So Dawson Debussy now out of Dallas, Texas. 0 for 1 today. Struck out in the first. Watches that one for a ball. Next pitch from Strother. Too low, so a 2-0 count now for Debussy. Debussy trying to get the bat going. One of the more consistent bats for the Tigers. That one misses. 3-0 count. Strother doesn't walk many batters. And she's not going to start just yet, as that one is in there for a strike. She just put that one down the middle. So 3-1 count, hitters count for Debussy. But when you're facing a pitcher like Strother, hardly matters. That one's too low, so Debussy gets a free pass to first.
Batting for shortstop number 17, Marina De La
So Marina De La Luna, who is 0 for 1 today. Victim to one of Rodriguez's great catches behind the plate. We have a pinch runner as Jordan Arce will come in to run for Debussy. Arce is one of the faster runners on this Trinity roster. The pitch from Strother. That one hammered out into left field, and that one is off the wall. And Arce is coming home. The throw, not in time. And the Tigers have scored the first run in the top of the fourth off of a great hit by Marina De La Luna. Look at this one. Given a ride out into the perfect spot off the wall. De La Luna with an RBI double with 1 out on the board in the top of the fourth. And this is the exact same place they scored against Centenary as well. So runner in scoring position for the Tigers as Carson Lee comes to get another look at Strother. 1-0 count for Lee. That one was a ball. Maybe the Tigers getting some of that home field advantage towards them. 2-0 count now for Lee. And you see why they put RC on the pinch running position, because she flew from first base to home. That one hit out into center field. We'll see if De La Luna tags up. She will not. She thought about it, but ultimately did not. So De La Luna will stay on second as Lee flies out into center field to Williams. Abigail Miller, 0 for 1 today. The beginning of the year, she was hitting near the start of the lineup, but as the year progressed, she's found a better place at home in the 6-hole position. That one in there for a strike. So 0-1 count to Miller. And the Tigers need every run that they can get, because this Bulldogs team could explode at any moment to run rule the Tigers. 1-1 count. And the Shriner team, who does not play again today, is watching this game from the stands. That one's in there for a strike. The reason that they are sitting in the stands is because they are waiting to see who they play. That one is fouled back off the top of the pavilion. Impressive foul. Got to get pretty high up there. But Shriner will play the loser of this game. So they are wondering whether it is the Tigers or the Bulldogs. So a 2-2 count for Abigail Miller. Next pitch from Strother. That one hit out into left field, but that one is foul. And Strother, see how much of a pressure cooker that she is. Working with a runner at her back with 2 outs on the board. That one grounded over to Leal. The throw in time. That'll end the top of the 4th. Tigers strike first with an RBI double from Marina De La Luna, showing why she is the cleanup batter for the Tigers. We head to the bottom of the 4th because I am almost certain that the Bulldogs are itching to respond to that one. We'll take a break here on the Tiger Network. And Maddie Johnson will start things off for TLU here in the bottom of the 4th. She's 1 for 1 today. She singled in the first.
Batting third, right fielder number 4, Madison Johnson.
Madison Johnson. Trying to get things started early. That one is too low. So ball 1 to start Johnson off. And RC has the task of keeping the Tiger lead a lead against a dangerous Bulldog lineup. That is quite the tall task. Puts that one in there for a strike, though, so a 1-1 count. RC pitched against Centenary. She is pitching against TLU as the bunt is laid down, but it is foul, so 1-2 count now. And RC has been the pitcher that has been heating up for the Tigers. The Tigers have really just kind of pitched by committee almost all year. But near the end of it, RC started heating up. She had an ERA that hung around 6 all year, but she has dropped it dramatically to 4.51. So a 2-2 count now. 4.51 entering this tournament. Next pitch from RC. High and in. Johnson has to dodge out of the way. Full count. Texas Lutheran over in Seguin. Trip up I-10. That one grounded over to De La Luna, who throws out Johnson. De La Luna is a shortstop with a third baseman's arm.
Batting fourth, left fielder number 12, Bailey Hudgens.
So Bailey Hudgens, a senior out of Dripping Springs, 1 for 1 today. Had a single in the first. First delivery from RC. In there for a strike. The thing is, this is a double elimination tournament. If you lose one game, you can afford to lose it. But if you lose 2 games, you are eliminated. That one in there for a strike. 0-2 count to Bailey Hudgens. As RC is looking to work through her way through the top of the Bulldog lineup. 0-2 pitch. High and in. 1-2 count. The Tigers being able to host this one, but not being able to be on the home side of the scoreboard. That one hit out into center field. Taken in by Hayden Del Toro. 2 outs in the inning now. That brings up Lindsay Leal. 0 for 1 today.
77, Lindsay Leal.
Tigers will not have really many opportunities to ever have the home side of the scoreboard. As that one in there for a strike to Leal. And Coach Martin said that the team was confident and that they felt like they could beat anybody entering this tournament. That one misses. 1-1 count. And she told me that it was very valuable to have this tournament at their home field. Swing and a miss, so a 1-2 count for Lindsay Leal. She'll try to prevent this from being a 1-2-3 inning for the Bulldogs. As the Seguin San Antonio Showdown Softball Edition. That one gets over the head of Lloyd. So Leal will get on to first. That one just took a weird bounce, got over a jumping Jesse Lloyd.
Batting sixth, third baseman number 8, Reagan Hillis.
But Leal able to get on base to continue the bottom of the fourth. Reagan Hillis struck out in the second on 3 pitches. That one's in there for a strike. RC has thrown 51 pitches on the day so far. Pitch number 52. In there for a strike. So 0-2 count to Hillis. She struck out on 3 pitches last time. I'm sure she's not looking to strike out on 3 pitches again. 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. The pitch misses. Wow. That was a close one. 1-2 count. You can imagine the zone on your screen. I'll let you come to your own conclusions on that one. That one grounded out. Not grounded out. Grounded over in foul territory. One-two count. RC trying to keep the Bulldogs scoreless for 4 innings. That one misses, so 2-2 count now. It is certainly rare for the Bulldogs to lose in conference. Swing and a miss, and that'll end the 4th inning. Jordan Arce gets strikeout number 2. Once again, a strikeout of Reagan Hillis. So we head to the top of the 5th. Tigers still lead it 1-0.
No errors, 1 player left on base.
We're back in San Antonio. Tigers lead it 1-0. Jordan Williams will start things off for the Tigers in the top of the 5th. Strother surrendered a run last inning. She doesn't do that very often, as you can tell by the sub-1 ERA. Puts that one in there for a strike to start off Williams. Next pitch, outside, 1-1 now for Jordan Williams. Next pitch from Strother. Very high, so 2-1 count. Diamond Elizondo on deck for the Tigers. 3-1 count for Williams. Williams is very adept at drawing walks. And she draws one here. So that is walk number 3 for Strother.
Batting eighth, left fielder number 42, Diamond Elizondo.
As Diamond Elizondo, reigning SCAC hitter of the week. 0 for 1 today, though. We're going to have a pinch runner, maybe. Or maybe Coach Martin just wanted to talk to the home plate umpire. Nope, we are going to have a pinch runner. That is number 7, Alexis Saucedo, on the base paths now for the Tigers.
Pinch runner number 7, Alexis Saucedo.
Putting a fast base runner on first helped last time. The bunt is laid down. So that'll advance Saucedo to second. Elizondo is out at first, so 1 out in the inning. The Tigers take the conservative approach and advance the runner. As pinch hitter Laney Smith will now be up for the Tigers. Number 16.
Now batting, number 16, Laney Smith.
Made an appearance against Centenary as well, hitting 240 on the year, 5 RBI. She had one pretty far against Centenary. Try to do more of the same here. Nothing there, so 1-0 count to Laney Smith. And 3 walks today. Someone is in there for a strike. Matches Strother's season high. Last time she walked 3 batters was against Mary Hardin Baylor. And that one grounded over to the third baseman. Out at first, the throw to third, not in time. So Saucedo advances to third. And that will leave it up to Jesse Lloyd, the leadoff hitter for the Tigers, who's 0 for 2 today, to try and drive in Alexis Saucedo. Pitch from Strother. Misses. Ball 1. Del Toro on deck for the Tigers. 2 outs in the top of the 5th. That one misses. So 2-0 count for Jesse Lloyd. Next pitch from Strother. That one also too low. So a 3-0 count to Lloyd. We'll see if Strother attacks the zone here, or if she will just try and cut her losses. Gets one in the zone, so 3-1 count, hitter's count for Lloyd. Top of the Tiger lineup is dangerous, but Strother has kept them tame for now. As Lloyd pokes that one out into right field. Kaylee Clark brings that one in. Tigers leave a runner stranded on third. Bottom of the 5th, Tigers still lead it 1-0.
For the Tigers in the top of the 5th.
Bella Rodriguez, Kirsten Williams, and Annie Kay due up for the Bulldogs in the bottom of the 5th. Stay tuned on the Tiger Network as the Bulldogs try to tie this one up in the bottom of the 5th. We are back in San Antonio. The 7-hole hitter, Bella Rodriguez, will start things off. The Bulldogs have not been held scoreless in the first 4 innings since they played Wellesley back in March. So RC bucking the trend of Texas Lutheran scoring. She needs to continue to do so if the Tigers want to have a hope of winning this one. Starts off Rodriguez with a ball. And with a dangerous offense and a stellar pitching staff, owned by Texas Lutheran. That one is just plunked off of Rodriguez. So free pass. It looks like we are going to get a pinch runner for Rodriguez, it looks like. Or not quite. Yep, just right off the elbow guard. It looks like we have a pinch hitter, actually.
Now batting number 16, Reagan Jones.
So Reagan Jones, out of Pearland, Texas, will pick up a stick and try and drive Rodriguez over to second base, or really move the runners in general. Bunt attempt goes foul. So 0-1 count to start off Jones. And Reagan Jones, 267 batting average, 4 RBI. And the runners are coming in for the bunt attempt. They get Jones out at first, but Rodriguez has advanced to second. So runner in scoring position for the Bulldogs. One out in the bottom of the fifth. Annie K. 9-hole hitter, 0 for 1 today. Good enough hit will drive in Rodriguez and tie up this game. That one
I'm ready. I got it, sir.
misses, so 1-0 count. And if anyone's going to beat TLU, it will most likely be in a close game like this and not a shootout. 1-1 count. Texas Lutheran just has too many dangerous weapons. The 1-1 pitch from RC. Misses, so 2-1 count now. Jordan RC having a stellar performance so far. And this pitch is dropped down as a bunt, but it goes foul. So a 2-2 count now for NEK. That one just had a bad angle off the bat. It deadened well, but it just rolled foul. K trying to advance Rodriguez to third. Swings through that one. RC gets strikeout number 3 on the day as Annie K goes down swinging. Rodriguez will have to stay put at second for now as Kaylee Clark will signal a circle back to the top of the lineup. Clark is 1 for 2 today. And she certainly has the speed to beat out a grounder. That one gets into left field. They do not send the runner, and they will allow Clark to go to second. Dangerous situation now. There is trouble brewing in San Antonio as Serena Gonzalez gets to come up to the plate with runners at second and third. A meeting at the circle for the Tigers, as this feels like a very big moment in this game. Gonzalez leads the team in home runs, leads the conference in home runs, and in RBI. The good thing for the Tigers is that Gonzalez must get a hit or have the ball hit the ground. It can't be a sac fly. But Gonzalez also has the power to take one out of the park It is a dangerous game of tightrope for Jordan Arce. She takes on Gonzalez. First year versus first year. The first pitch. In there for a strike. A 1 count. Arce, a first year out of Thousand Oaks, California. Gonzalez, a first year out of Corpus Christi. The next pitch from Arce is popped foul. 0-2 count for Gonzalez. And this is a very big at-bat. Arce, the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Gonzalez strikes out. Arce's fired up. The entire dugout is fired up. We go to the 6th inning with the Tigers still on top, 1-0. Stay tuned on the Tiger Network. You can't miss this one.
For the Tigers, number 2 slot center fielder, number 1,
And Hayden Del Toro. And the alliterative part of the lineup for the Tigers is due up here in the top of the 6th. Del Toro, Debussy, De La Luna. Strother out for another inning of work. That one popped up. And Rodriguez takes that one in. That'll be a quick first out. 1 pitch, 1 out. Strother has thrown 69 pitches so far.
Batting third, designated player number 8, Dawson Debussy.
As Dawson Debussy, who was 0 for 1 today, she drew a walk last time she faced Strother. As Coach Martin talking to the home plate umpire. To make sure everything is right. But Strother, 1 strikeout, 3 walks issued. She's allowed 1 run. But right now that run is the difference. But this is still a very precarious game for the Tigers. That one misses, so ball 1 to Debussy. De La Luna on deck for the Tigers. You certainly want to score another run if you're Trinity. That one is fouled back, 1-1 count. But it is just such a tall task when you're facing one of the best pitchers that Texas Lutheran has to offer. The best pitcher Texas Lutheran has to offer, really. Not even really a question about it. 2-1 count. And it shows the respect that TLU has for Trinity. 3-1 count. To have Strother out there for this opener. Next pitch from Strother. Fouled off. So a full count now for Debussy. TLU could have easily thrown out Willette or Amanda White, but they went to their ace. And you see St. Thomas watching out in left field. Shriners watching close to the pavilion. And Southwestern, I think I see some of their players out in center. All watching this game with great interest. Full count for Dawson Debussy. The pitch from Strother, hit out into left field, and that one isn't caught. So Debussy will head on over to second base. That ball just came out of Hudgens' glove. And Dawson Debussy with a double. Look how fired up she is. A great hit by Dawson Debussy. One out in the inning. Runner in scoring position for the Tigers. And the player that brought in the first run, Marina De La Luna, is up to the plate.
Shortstop number 17, Marina De La Luna.
First pitch from Strother. As play is going on right now. One 0 count for De La Luna. It's that one out in to left field. That one will be a can of corn for Hudgens to take in. Debussy does not advance.
Batting fifth, right fielder number 4, Carson Lee.
So Carson Lee, the first year at Flower Mound, Texas. Working with Debussy on second base. 0 for 2 today. But she is a good hitter in this Tiger lineup. Watches that one low. 1-0 count for Lee. 2 outs in the top of the 6th. Strother's next pitch. That one's fouled back. So a 1-1 count now for Carson Lee. And Hudgens had that catch out in left field. What would have been an impressive play was not because it came out of her glove. That one weakly grounded over to third. So Tigers strand Debussy on second. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Tigers still lead it 1-0 over the Bulldogs. But this game is by no means over. Stay tuned for the bottom of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th in San Antonio. Bit of deja vu here as Madison Johnson will start things off for the Bulldogs, who find themselves trailing in the bottom of the 6th, 1-0. Now this entire game can change with one swing of the bat. But who will do that for the Bulldogs? Well, really any batter from the Bulldogs could do just that. But they need to find a way to get past RC. And the first pitch that Johnson sees, she lines out to Marina De La Luna. So a quick first out in the bottom of the 6th brings up Bailey Hudgens. Hudgens 1 for 2 today, singled in the first, lined out in the 4th. RC has 4 strikeouts on the day and has kept an incredible Texas Lutheran lineup in check. That one grounded over to Lloyd, and that'll be the second out of the bottom of the 6th. So 2 quick outs. So now Lindsay Leal, who is 1 for 2 today, will try and prevent this from being a 1-2-3 inning for the Bulldogs. She singled in the 4th, reached on a fielder's choice in the 1st. That one in there for a strike. Jordan Arce and Ashlyn Strother have put on a show today, but only one can win. That one in there for a strike. 0-2 count for Leal. And there is a lot of tension at this field right now. You can feel it. That one too far in, and that one hit Leal. So Leal gets to go over to first. That'll bring up Reagan Hillis. That will not bring up Reagan Hillis. It looks like we are going to have a pinch hitter. 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. We'll see this pitch. This one just went in. And yep, that came off, it looks like the hand of Leal. Either the hand or it came off the barrel of the bat, or the knob of the bat, rather. And I think that's what Coach Martin is questioning. So the umpires will come in and discuss whether that one actually hit Leal or if it just came off the knob of the bat. And it looks like the call is going to stand. Pinch hitting for the Bulldogs, Chloe Wells. Chloe Wells pinch hitting for Hillis, who had struck out twice today. They're going to take their chance with Chloe Wells hitting .286 on the year with 8 RBI. First pitch from Arce. And the steal attempt got Clark, but not going to get Leal this time. So Leal steals second base. That is Leal's 23rd stolen base of the year. Chloe Wells, a freshman out of Dayton, Texas, has a 1-0 count to work with. That one misses, so a 2-0 count now for Wells. Arce at 75 pitches. She pitched plenty in the first game, so she's had quite a day of work today. 3-0 count now. She has yet to walk a batter today, but that might change here, as the Tigers hope that Arce has some more left in the tank. A good enough hit from Wells will bring in Leal for certain. That one grounded right back to Arce, and things are getting interesting here in San Antonio. We go to the 7th inning. The Tigers are still up 1-0. This one just came right back to Arce. It's her lucky day. So due up for the Tigers, Abigail Miller, Jordan Williams, and Diamond Elizondo. Stay tuned for the 7th inning here in San Antonio.
Top of the seventh inning.
Abigail Miller starts things off for the Tigers in the top of the 7th. She ties her shoe real quick. No reason to take out Strother if you are TLU. She's only surrendered 1 run. First pitch from Strother to Miller. That one is popped up. We'll see if Rodriguez can get that one. She cannot. Ends up in the stands. Miller's 0 for 2 today. And you can certainly feel the energy that is happening here at this field. That one's hit out into left field. Bailey Hudgens gets the can of corn out over there in left field. That'll be the first out of the top of the 7th as Miller is retired.
Batting 7th, first baseman number 24, Jordan Williams.
So Jordan Williams, who's 0 for 1 today, drew a walk in the 5th. We'll take a strike there. So 0-1 count to start things off with Jordan Williams. Strother has been excellent today, but the 3 walks that she's issued has been the difference so far. I say so far because in the bottom of the 7th, TLU can easily walk this off. Swing and a miss. So 1-2 count. So it looks like out in right field, the Shriner team has tipped over their little tent that they had set up for them. But Williams strikes out. So 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Strother making quick work of the bottom of the Tiger lineup. That's only Strother's 2nd strikeout today. Diamond Elizondo will try to keep the inning going for the Tigers. SCAC Pitcher of the Week versus SCAC Hitter of the Week. Although one of them has been selected 5 times. That would be the one in the circle. So 0-1 count for Diamond Elizondo. Strother's next pitch. At the knees for a strike. So 0-2 count for Diamond Elizondo. Strother looking to give her team a chance to make a walk-off happen. That one misses. 1-2 count. Elizondo, 0 for 1 today. Hits on one out into left field. And that one foul, but if it was straightened out a little bit more, it would have been gone. She gets an applause for hitting that one out, but it was foul. You see the power that Elizondo has, though. So 1-2 count for Diamond Elizondo against Strother. Strother's next pitch. Swung on and missed. That'll be strikeout number 3 for Ashlyn Strother. TLU still trails 1-0 against the Tigers. They have 3 outs to work with to get 1 run. They can certainly do that. Stay tuned to see if the Tigers can do something magical. bottom of the 7th here in San Antonio. The 5-seeded Tigers are leading the 1-seed Texas Lutheran Bulldogs. The Bulldogs start things off with Bella Rodriguez. 0 for 1 today, got hit by the pitch in the 5th. And Jordan Arce is who the Tigers have turned to today to give stellar pitching performances, and she has not disappointed. 27 pitches to 21. That first pitch will be a strike. TLU has 3 outs to work with. Last time they lost in the tournament was in San Antonio against Trinity when they hosted it back in 2016. That one hit out. That one collected by Hayden Del Toro. Not Hayden Del Toro, that's Sydney Watson in center field. So Sydney Watson in center field, Del Toro in left, and over in right field, I'm sure it's Diamond Elizondo. Yep, it sure is. So 1 out away for TLU as Williams will try and make something happen. Kirsten Williams 0 for 1 today. Drew a walk in the 5th. Oh, 1 count for Williams. The 0-1 pitch from Arce. That one grounded foul, so 0-2 count now for Kirsten Williams. The Bulldogs do have a batter on deck. Looks like they have a pinch hitter, Laura Hernandez. The 0-2 pitch from Arce. That one caught by Lloyd. And the Tigers have 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. And the last line of defense for the Texas Lutheran Bulldogs will start off with Laura Hernandez. You see that one just high. Good rise ball right there.
Now batting, number 14, Laura Hernandez.
So Laura Hernandez, the senior out of Missouri City, Texas. Coming in from San Jacinto Junior College. 297 batting average, 4 home runs, 18 RBI. She is looking to tie this one up, and she can certainly do so with 1 swing of the bat. Another precarious game for the Tigers. Pitch number 1. Too low, so ball 1. We'll see how they handle Hernandez, because Hernandez has 4 home runs. So she is able to hit one out of here. That one in there for a strike. 1-1 count. But it looks like Arce is keen to go straight at her. Stay tuned, as after this game, the all SCAC team will be announced. Sure, we'll see a lot of Bulldogs on that list, but Hernandez gets plunked by Arce. So free pass with the bruise to first base for Hernandez. See it right there. That one just coming in and hitting the elbow pad. Still 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Pinch runner, Andy Kay, will come into pinch run. She is super duper fast. So Kaylee Clark, if she can put one out into the outfield, Kay will have a chance to score. But Clark is also a very good hitter. 2 for 3 today. A single, a double. Lined out in the 1st, back to Arce. First pitch from Arce. That one misses, so 1-0 count. And Kay, 16 stolen bases on the year, has never been caught. We'll see if TLU gives her the green light to try and steal second. She goes for second. No throw to second. So 1-1 count. The Tigers playing it ultra safe, not even attempting to throw to second. I suppose they don't want the ball to go out into center field. But now Texas Lutheran has a runner in scoring position. 2-1 count. The last person you want to face would be the one on deck right now, swinging at 2 bats, Serena Gonzalez. RC, 2-1 pitch to Kaylee Clark. That one fouled off, 2-2 count. Potentially the final strike of this game. Jordan RC, the first year, versus Kaylee Clark, another first year. Both have been super impactful for their respective teams. A 2-2 count. RC's pitch. That one grounded, but foul. The count remains 2-2. St. Thomas watching over in left. Schreiner watching over in right. I'm sure Southwestern is somewhere. Not sure where, though. That one popped up. And Trinity has knocked off the #1 seed in the SCAC conference tournament. Chaos in San Antonio. Jordan RC is the one to thank for this one. As you see, the final one here just got under it. And Trinity.
7 players left on base. Trinity will play.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Against the winner of St. Thomas and Southwestern.
Ashlyn Strother in a gem will have to take the loss here.
10 a.m.
Jordan RC will get a win. She pitched 2 excellent games today.
Ladies and gentlemen.
She pitched in a game where the Tigers scored 1 run against Centenary, and then she did the same thing against Texas Lutheran. TLU will have to play tomorrow against Schreiner. That game will be at 10 a.m. tomorrow. But that was an exciting game of softball. The Tigers scored 1 run on that 1 hit that was caused by the walk that was issued by Strother. And the Tigers are excited. You saw them freak out when they made that final out. The day's not over yet, folks. We have 1 more game. The Southwestern Pirates will take on the St. Thomas Celts for the final game of the day. The game that was slated to start at 6:30. So come back then. But an amazing game. A pitcher's duel to the end. But one that will ultimately go to Trinity. Trinity will be in the Winners Bracket Championship against either St. Thomas or Southwestern. Stay tuned for that St. Thomas Southwestern game. My name is Reed Rosales. Thank you for watching this one, and we will be back at 6:30.
I'm San Antonio Mayor Ron Nirenberg. I am a Trinity University alum, and I want you to know about my passion for these 2 vibrant communities. My alma mater is now a nationally recognized liberal arts university, offering fully integrated arts, humanities, STEM, and